Okay, so one of my New Year's resolutions this year was to do a daily video. So rather than do the Minute of Overpass every Friday, try to do something a bit smaller and a bit more topical, like more current to what's going on, like each and every day. Now this was something I thought about a few months ago, and I thought after the new year we'll get started, right? So it was kind of, so my designer put together an intro. Oh, let me roll the intro. Right. Okay, so that's the intro. And I thought we could just keep it down to like a much shorter than the Minute of Overpass, which by itself was supposed to be a minute. But because we started covering topics that were a bit more broad, then the minute didn't really work out. Now it's 8, 10 minutes, 12 minutes or whatever. So I thought we'd do something a bit more like the Snapchat channel. So like last year, some of you followed me on Snapchat, and so like each day try to put out a few snaps here and there, and everything I talk about is like longer than the 10 seconds they give. So I thought, what we'll do is we'll do this, daily overpass. We'll try to do something each day, even if it's just a couple minutes long. We can answer questions. We can talk about the things that are relevant, like for the day, things that are going on specifically for that day, like, when we get an app rejected and stuff like that. Like today, for example, the big concern for the day is we're just back from holidays, so 3rd of January, so already I'm 2 days late on this New Year's resolution for the daily video. Right? And one of the issues that we have is that our designer is, well, because I may have mentioned this before, my full-time developers are in the Philippines. So I've got, I've got 4 people out there, and one of them, was hit hard by the super typhoon on Christmas Day, and she still doesn't have power back yet. So, and this is not the first time it's happened. It happened just a little over 2 years ago, and it's, it's one of the downsides of working with working overseas, because you have all kinds of natural disasters that come up. I mean, it's no fault of anybody else's. I can't not pay them just because they can't work, but we try to work out other ways to do that. So Sandy, our designer, she's not able to work this week, and nobody starts until tomorrow, because I thought holidays ended on Wednesday and not Tuesday. So today is just me on my own compiling Corona SDK apps and just uploading a bunch of apps that kind of my to-do list of things for the past. So anyway, back to the daily video. So one of the things I wanted to try to do is, just every day a little less formal than the Minute of Overpass, which was supposed to be not formal anyway, but I find that, every week I started to stress a little bit more about it, and I'll start doing more than one take because I don't want to like mess things up. And the more I start thinking about people watching, the more nervous I get. So if I just come on, for a few minutes and just blurt out everything each day, then hopefully it'll be get a little bit easier over time. And if I use my phone, I can take things with me, show you a little bit of England, show you a little bit about some of our apps, share a little bit more that we do on the Snapchat channel, except we won't do it in a way that's going to be gone in the next day or the next 24 hours from then. So one of the biggest complaints I hear on Snapchat is that Snapchat sucks. It's a terrible way. If you miss it for a day, then you miss everything, right? So when we do something interesting, it'd be better if we put it onto the YouTube channel. Now my big fear here is that we're going to do too much, or well, first, my big fear number one is that I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. So already I missed a couple of days, and I even probably won't do it on weekends because it's family time and all that kind of stuff. But but then there's also, I don't want to fill the channel up with a bunch of junk. But then the Minute of Overpass is a little bit more, I've done 122 of them so far, and some of the early ones, they were so long ago, like 2 years ago, that they're not even relevant anymore. So just as a way to have, the purpose of the daily video is to have something where we can all sort of have a communication, have a conversation. As I've mentioned before, and some of you guys have mentioned before on Snapchat, being a developer and being like an indie developer, or just being somebody who works on your own stuff, can be very lonely work, and it's nice to have somebody to talk to and just talk a little bit about the trends and things in the app industry. So anyway, so this is the first daily overpass. I waited till the end of the day on the 3rd because, despite how simple I wanted it to be, I still got very, very nervous when it came time to do it. So anyway, let me know what you think. We'll see if this works. We'll try it for a few days. If it works out, we'll keep going with it. If it doesn't work out, if it just seems like a big waste of everyone's time, then we'll drop it, okay? All right, so that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.